Like you said, it wasn't easy, but I think it's best for the both of us to kind of like see what could come of it. So we have decided to still.
I can't stand Harriet. Am I the only one who can't stand Harriet? She's getting on my last nerve. She's the only person I know. I might not know her face, but I know her name. And then Omar is playing silly games, and I hope she wins a silly prize, really, because the fact that she's playing with Ayo and pretending to be interested in Ayo, and then she goes to Omar and she pretends to be interested in him when she knows that the person that she likes is Joey doesn't make sense. I hope Mimii steals Ayo. I know it's not a good look. It would have been nice for Ayo to actually pick her, but I just wanted to do it just to scare the bejesus out of Omar because she's playing silly games. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode I'll be reviewing Love Island season 11 episode 7. I said it yesterday and I'm going to say it again today. I am giving a side eye to Omar. I am giving a side eye because I am... Okay, I'll talk about it in a second. So Omar is the first one to stand up. He decides to pop his balloon on Mimii, which is great. That at least she got some attention from someone, since, you know, Ayo is on cloud 9 chasing someone who's not interested in him. And so, you know, he was asked to kiss who he thought was a game player. Samantha was sort of pointing, I think she was pointing to Jess. Those three look alike. It's very difficult to tell them apart. They look like triplets. And so... he then kissed Jess, it seems, because you had Ronnie making faces, and it's like, buddy, if not for Jess, you'd be on your way home. Joey was interested in Jess, but Jess turned him down for you so that you could stay safe in the villa. And now you're being an idiot. You're being an idiot. It's not necessary. Anyway, next is Omar. She picks and she said, kiss the guys who you think are attracted to you. She knows for a fact she doesn't fancy these guys. She knows for a fact she doesn't like them. The fact that she kissed the guys that she knows Mimii likes doesn't make sense to me. She kissed Ayo and then said, that's enough, that's enough. And it's like, but when you're sitting next to Mimii, you kept going on and on and on with this kiss. Suddenly it's enough for you. And then she went on to kiss Omar and she laughed in his face, and it's like, just tell everyone you're interested in Joey and that's it. Stop wasting time and stop playing unnecessary games. I think she's trying to get a reaction from Mimii, and I love the fact that Mimii is not giving her the reaction that she needs. I hope Mimii holds it down and ignores her and completely stays out of her way. I feel like she wanted Mimii to go home so that she could be the shiny object in the villa, but it seems Mimii was saved, and this is not on for her, and this is why I think she's trying to chase sort of the guys that she knows, or she's trying to continue to entertain the guys that she knows Mimii is interested in. I think she's trying to find a way for Mimii to go home. That's just what I think. I think Harriet, maybe it's Harriet. Well, she jumped on Ron and she kissed Ron. Surprised? No, not really. That was to be expected. It's nothing new. Then you have Joey Essex. He picked and he was asked to kiss someone who's not in his couple, who he wants to share a bed with. I thought he was going to kiss Omar. I think he didn't want to get in trouble. This is why he was sort of dancing about. He kissed one of the girls, one of the trio. I don't know who he kissed. Those girls look so much alike. It's very difficult to tell them apart. The producers need to either dye their hair or do something to make them look different, because we can't tell them apart. They're very sort of similar, and with their, you know, Botox and their lips, it all looks the same. Sorry, I don't mean to be mean. Anyway, after the game, you have Mimii speaking to Patsy. I don't know why she's speaking to Patsy. Patsy is the gossip CNN of the villa, in my opinion. She runs around with the gossip, and she likes to be in the mix because she's not in a romantic couple, so she likes to be where the gossip is happening. I give it to Mimii. Mimii needs to take a step back. She needs to sort of focus on Omar. Yeah, he's not the best, but she needs to focus on him for now so she can stay safe in the villa and allow this man to do whatever he's doing. And then when he tries to worm his way back, she needs to make him sweat. He needs to work hard to earn her, because it's not acceptable for him to be playing stupid games and for her to be sitting there waiting for him to decide. No, she needs to explore things with other people. Hopefully they bring another bombshell guy that she can explore with. That's more her type. I would really love that for her, because I don't think Omar's it. I think she's humoring him. But I think if they were to bring in someone who is her type and someone who goes all in on her, then it would be amazing. Omar's getting on my nose. Omar's getting on my last nerve. She's pretending to be a girly girl, but she's not. The fact that she keeps talking about, oh, I don't want to accept Mimii, I don't want to. But you're kissing the guy that you know she's interested in, and you're continuing to explore this connection, knowing that you really don't fancy this guy, but you're just doing it for the sake of it, because you've already told him that she's not your type. So please stop talking out of both sides of your mouth. Stop being an idiot, in the sense that she sat down with Ayo and was sort of saying, oh, I want to know, I don't want Mimii to look like a mug. And it's like, well, you kissed the guy she was in a couple with, twice in the same challenge, and then you've been with him all day, you're sort of sitting there, you're pulling him for chats and stuff. Why do you think she doesn't feel like a mug? Why would she not feel like a mug in the first place if the two of you are carrying on the way you're carrying on? I really hope Mimii gets someone who is for her, and it's a pity that Ayo can't see that this girl is playing him. I don't think Uma feels him that way. I think she's humoring him just because she doesn't want to upset Samantha. Otherwise, if she had her way, I think she would prefer Joey XX. That's my opinion. In this, I am Team Mimii, if nobody knew. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, so you have Patsy and Mimii sort of having a conversation. She's still fuming because of the way Ayo behaved in the challenge and everything that's happened after. So he comes and pulls her for a chat, and I give her a lot of credit. Hats off to Mimii, because she went with him, sat down and told him, okay, I am not in the mood to have this conversation right now. I didn't want to say that in front of somebody else. This is why I came with you. But really, I am not in the mood to have a conversation with you. I would rather go to bed and then we talk about it tomorrow. And he's trying to say, oh, but I can't go to sleep while we haven't resolved this. Yeah, you can't go to sleep. Sorry, sucks for you. But for me, this is where I'm at. And so it's either we, carry on from where I'm at, or you wait until I'm ready, because you can't force a conversation that I don't want to have with you just because you are feeling some type of way. And so you could see I think he expected her to kick off. I think he expected her to say something. And so the fact that she didn't say anything and decided to just keep her cool and just not say anything at all about what was going on was shocking for him, in my opinion. That was shocking for him. That is something he didn't expect, and he didn't know how to process it, because I don't think he thought past the fact that he wanted to sit down with her, have a conversation, and then see where they went from there. So her sort of saying to him, well, I'm not in the mood for this at the moment, was shocking, and he doesn't know what to do with that, and he doesn't know how to process that information. And so I can't wait for the next day. I wish she could just take time out and just get to know Omar and just leave him, let him stew in whatever mess he's in, and then eventually you can talk about it. But for now, just do what's best for you and just ignore him and just keep it moving. Anyway, you then have, obviously you have Harriet and Ronnie. They go to the hideaway because Harriet was asking for advice from Joey Essex. I don't know who told her that he was the best fountain of advice, but hey, it is what it is. So they have this conversation and they sort of discuss what to do in regards where their connection, where they stand. And then suddenly they started kissing randomly. And for me, what I think is this. I think she kissed him just for the sake of it. I think to her this is a game. She wants to be the popular girl on the series, so she's going to do anything and everything to get attention from the guys, and if it means making out with someone, she's going to do just that. I don't think she made out with him because she really fancies him and she's really attracted to him. No, I don't think so. I think she just did it because she realized that that's the only way she could get attention from him, and that's the only way she can be sort of talked about as being on the show. That's the impression that I get. So for him to come out of the hideaway with her after having shared 2 kisses, I give Jess a lot of credit. Because at the end of the day, he used Jess to sort of get what he wanted, to stay in the villa. And then now that he stayed in the villa, he's showing his ass, he's showing his true colors, that he really didn't like her like that. And he was only doing it just so he could stay in the villa. So I'm really upset for Jess, and I give her credit for giving him an earful. So it's now up to him to decide, what does he want to do. Does he want to continue to explore things with Harriet, or does he want to go back, to where his initial connection was? So I can't wait to see what happens, because in the end, he ended up sleeping outside on the day beds because, Jess said she's not having it. And for Harriet to try and throw a fit and try and apologize. Oh, I want to apologize. It's not about you. And I give a lot of credit to Jess for saying, thank you for your apology, but this is not about you. I have the right to be upset, and I don't want to have a conversation with you, so please leave me alone. And so, oh, but no, I don't care how you feel. Leave me alone for now. Let me process what I'm going through. And then if I have time, we can process whatever you're going through. But for now, it's all about me, and let's keep it moving. I was surprised she didn't pretend to cry. I think she's realized that she's got no tears, and no one is buying her fake crying, so she's decided to just be there. You had all the islanders go to bed. Mimii is not talking to Ayo. Ayo, surprisingly, he's in this couple with someone, and yet they're sleeping facing opposite directions. And it's like, so why are you wasting a good connection to explore something that's not good for you and something that is actually clearly not working? It's interesting that given the fact that Ronnie slept outside because of his kiss with Harriet, we never saw her go to say good night to him. She just climbed into bed and rolled onto her good side, and off she went to sleep. And so in the morning, well, there's a debrief, but it's an informal debrief in the sense that you have Ayo sort of speaking to Ronnie, sort of saying that Mimii refused to speak to him and she wants a timeout. And, he's feeling some type of way, and it's like, well, you hurt her feelings, so you want her to jump when you say jump. No, if you're going to treat her like crap, then you have to be willing to deal with the consequences of your actions. And Mimii on her part was saying, I don't want to be in a love triangle. I would rather, keep it moving and not hang around, because at the end of the day, I'm going to get hurt. And for Omar to give her a hug and say, oh, I'm sorry, he's making it seem like he's more interested in me and I'm his number one, and blah. And it's like, that's not what he said to you. That's not what he said to you. He told you that whatever I tell her, you will know, and whatever I tell you, she will know. But at the moment, I haven't made a decision. So the idea that you want to I think she's playing mind games. I think Omar's goal, as I've said, is to try and sort of outdo Mimii. And so she's going to say and do whatever she feels will make her look good, which I think she's actually trying to sort of elicit a reaction from Mimii, and Mimi's not giving her what she wants. And you can tell everyone in the villa is just wondering, what is Mimii going to do next? Because Mimii has decided she's going to pursue Omar, and I hope she does that and she sticks to that. You have, it was all over the place. You have this conversation between Jess and Harriet. Harriet is the hypocrisy for me. The fact that when Nicole took Kieran to the hideaway, she kicked off and she was crying and she was this, that, and the other, and yet she is busy telling Joey Exes that I don't understand why people are upset. People say explore a connection. When you explore a connection, then people are up in arms. Well, you were up in arms when Nicole was taken to the hideaway by someone who really liked her, and yet you've gone to the hideaway with someone you can barely stand. So please keep quiet and sit down. They had a conversation with Jess, and then she's in the confessional, oh, Jess was patronizing. She wasn't patronizing. She was just saying, I don't want people to take sides. I don't want people to isolate you and take sides with me just because they think I'm right. This is why I want us to move on from this. So I don't get it. And for Ron to be surprised that, oh, why has she pulled Harriet? What do you think, Sherlock Holmes? You thought she was going to come and pull you. What do you think? I personally don't think Jess should have pulled Ron for a chat. I think she should have left him, and she should have watched him to see what he was going to do next, whether he was going to pull her for a chat or whether he was going to continue to just play dumb, because that's what he's doing. The fact that I didn't notice that he apologized to her and then he still went and kissed someone. And it's like, make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. It's either you like me or you don't. I think Ronnie doesn't like Jess romantically. I think he likes the idea of saving her so that if he needs to be saved, she can save him. But I don't think romantically he's there. I think he's just humoring her and entertaining her for as long as he can so that he can stay in the villa and so that he's got a plan B in case Harriet moves on to the next shiny object. The fact that she had to ask him to apologize again, I didn't get it. And then Samantha is becoming too groupish. Oh my gosh, she's actually becoming a stalker because of the way she keeps talking about Joey's career. Joey's a celebrity, Joey this. And it's like, do you like Joey because you like the person, or do you like Joey because he's a celebrity? The fact that they were talking about his first show that he appeared on and stuff, and it's like, should be scary for Joey. I don't know why he's not asking producers for security to protect him from this girl, because she's giving creepy vibes. You have the girl speaking to, first off, you have Patsy speaking to Omar, and it's like, since when? When did you start liking Omar? The fact that she was asking, oh, were you speaking in bed with Mimii? Were you doing this, that, and that with me? And it's like, that's none of your business. If you like this guy, speak to him as a romantic connection. Don't try and sort of pursue something by sort of interrogating him about his other connection. That has nothing to do with you. Focus on you and him and work on that, and that's it. And so I like the fact that he was very dismissive. He really didn't give her much. And she was, oh, he gave me just a little bit, so I'm hoping he'll give me more. And it's like, he's not feeling you that way, Patsy. None of the guys in the villa are actually feeling you that way. You need to go back to Omar and make amends. And the two of you can stay in a couple until however long you can stay before the viewers kick you out. You had the girls, I think it was Samantha and Nicole, I don't know. Well, they were speaking to Mimii and sort of saying, so what's going on? How do you feel? And she still is, because this guy came in all guns blazing for her, Ayo. He laid it thick on her. And so she then developed feelings. And so you can't turn on and off your feelings. So she still has feelings for him, but she doesn't want to show it. And the girls are saying, don't shut that door. I think she needs to, even if she doesn't shut it, she needs to try and show him that she's not looking back, because he keeps staring at her and it's like, well, you know, you made this bed, you have to lay in it. You started by exploring things with someone who told you were not her type, and even though she's refusing to kiss you, she's refusing to do ABCD, you keep pursuing her. So deal with that mess, and I will look for something else to deal with in the meantime. Samantha is creepy. She's giving stalker vibes. So she's busy complaining. I think she was complaining to Nicole that why is Joey not kissing me? And then you have Harriet Motormouth opening her mouth and telling Joey that, oh, she's worried that you're not showing any PDA. Then eventually she sits down, Samantha, with Joey, and she's complaining, oh, you know, you don't show any PDA with me, and I'm worried that one other girl is going to come in and she's going to say, oh, Joey XX, and she's going to take you away from me, and then this, that, and that. And I give him credit for saying that, you know, I don't want to be with someone who's just with me just because I'm Joey Essex. I want someone to like me because I'm Joey. And he told her, you actually come across as one of those people that are just like Joey Essex, that's all you're interested in. You're not interested in me, the person. And for her to sort of try and dispute that, no, you're a groupie. You're a groupie, and this is why you're pursuing him. This is why you keep wanting his attention, because nothing you said or done shows or makes me believe otherwise. The fact that you keep bringing up his career, the fact that you keep bringing up his family and everybody else tells me that you know him, you're a fan, you followed him, and this is why when you saw him, you really pushed to make sure that he chose you. And now you're in a couple with him. You want things to progress further and get him locked in before anybody else comes in. I give him credit for telling her the truth and sort of not leading her on and telling her that I don't want to lead you on, because at the end of the day, she'll have something to talk about. She wants, you know, publicity. She wants to be able to talk about, oh yeah, my relationship with Joey Essex in the villa, my this, that, and the other. And he knows it. And this is why he's not feeding that monster. You had Patsy have a conversation with Omar. Patsy, does she like Omar? I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's just looking for somewhere to hang her hat. I think she knows that none of the other guys see her in a romantic sense in the villa. So she's going to pursue the only person she thinks she can sort of lock in. This is why she's going after Omar, as far as I'm concerned. You had Mimii sit down, because Mimii was telling the girls that every time she sees, you know, Ayo, she wants to give him a hug. So she said, down with Ayo, they had a conversation, and he's saying, oh, you know, I have been very honest with you about where I stand. I haven't lied to you. And she's I give her credit for protecting her heart. She needs to protect her heart at the end of the day. And she needs to make sure that if she leaves the villa, she leaves the villa with her head held high. She shouldn't make a fool of herself over a guy, and she shouldn't be fighting or arguing with anyone. So he's, oh, well, if you want to give me a hug, you're free to give me a hug. I haven't told anyone in this villa that I'm locked off. Well, you haven't. You know your connection with Mimii is stronger than the one you have with Omar, but yet you keep pursuing Omar for some God knows what reason. I want Mimii to stay in, and I want Mimii to go to Casa more. I want Mimii to bring back someone and make this dude sweat, because if the producers cannot bring a good-looking bombshell for her, then she has to go to Casa more, and I hope they bring in good-looking guys in Casa, because at the end of the day, she doesn't deserve to be played the way this idiot is playing her. So the islanders receive a text message together on the fire pit, and it's revealed that Mimii and Omar have a choice either to steal or couple up together. So they have a conversation, and Omar was sort of leaning towards, let's just stay as a couple. And you could see I don't think Ayo is as worried as Uma is, because I think Mimii has sussed out that Uma is playing games, and so she's decided to give her a taste of her own medication, because she doesn't really seem that interested in Ayo. Neither does she seem interested in Omar, but she seems to be enjoying the fact that she's getting the attention. So it's nice that, you know, Mimii is flipping the script on her and making her shake in her boots, because it's unacceptable for her to walk into a villa, know that people have a strong connection, and then pretend to pursue things with someone that she's not interested in. So I give them credit. I know it's bad if Mimii couples up with Ayo, but I would rather she couple up with Ayo, because her chances of staying in the villa might be stronger than if she couples up with Omar. That's just my opinion. You could see the fear when they revealed that they were going to steal. You could see the fear in Uma's eyes, because everybody was taken aback, because I think everybody just assumed they were going to just couple up and just, you know, continue as they are. But this was a sleek move on their part. I hope they leave Uma vulnerable. That's just my opinion, because I don't think Patsy is going to go home. I don't think the producers are going to want Patsy to go home, because Patsy is bringing the drama. So if you have Mimii pick Ayo, then Uma's in trouble, because I think Omar is going to pick Patsy and then take it from there. I really want her to go home, because I think Uma's playing too many games. She's very immature, and I think she deserves to go home. It's about time she went back home, because she's not bringing anything to the table apart from trying to sort of play with people's emotions, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I digress. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 6. Bye guys.